A reef aquarium takes underwater exploration to a whole new sea level. It's a mini coral reef system recreated in a glass tank. They're incredibly popular and often installed in homes or businesses because a reef aquarium allows people to see life under the sea, you see. A reef aquarium is a living, breathing and growing ecosystem. Along with tropical fish, it has spectacular coral and more low-profile creatures like crab, shrimp and tiny aquatic organisms. And it's all these organisms that act as a biological filtration system for the water in the tank. They supplement this biological filtration system with mechanical and chemical ones. The assembling technician starts with the pump that recirculates the water. He installs it in an enclosure under the display tank. This is known as the sump. He places a protein skimmer in the sump besides the pump. The job of this unit is to inject air bubbles into the water, removing any organic compounds before they decompose and become waste. He adds a UV sterilizer. It has a high-intensity light that will be activated when needed to kill free-floating bacteria, parasites and algae. Next, he introduces the media reactor. This cylindrical device contains both activated carbon and an aluminium-based media. These materials will absorb fish waste byproducts, thereby removing them from the water. With the mechanical and chemical filters in place, he now moves to the display tank. He spreads genuine ocean sand on the bottom. This sand will be a habitat for some of the bacteria and other organisms that will aid the biological filtering process. He selects some appropriate rocks and transfers them to the aquarium. The rocks are home to numerous algae, bacteria and small invertebrates. This makes them a central part of the aquarium's biological filtering system. He now prepares the ocean potion, adding synthetic sea salt to water. A pump circulates the water as the salt dissolves over a period of 24 hours. He presses a switch and the premix of water and salt flows into the tank. This water now needs to mature. It will take weeks for tiny aquatic creatures to thrive in this water. During this time, the filtering equipment in the sump below helps keep it clean. The protein skimmer foams up as the water constantly circulates through it. After about 3 weeks, there are enough microorganisms in the water and it's ready for its coral and fish. These corals have been grown on an ocean farm and kept in this holding tank for this moment. Each coral is composed of tiny fragile animals called coral polyps. They're a living colony. As the aquarium technician makes his selections, he considers how the coral will adapt to light and water motion, and how compatible the corals will be with one another. Some corals are very territorial and may release toxins when they come into contact with other corals. He leaves space between the corals to give them room to grow. Allowed to thrive, some will triple in size. He now introduces fish. Clearly for them, this aquarium has all the comforts of home. He installs a lighting system overhead that mimics ocean light at different times of the day: sunrise, daytime and sunset. For the creatures in this reef aquarium, light is a source of energy. With the aquarium now complete, the monitoring begins. He'll test the water chemistry regularly to ensure that the right environment is being achieved. The activity of the fish and coral will be under observation to confirm that it's becoming a thriving marine community. Only then will this reef aquarium be ready to go public. So much more than just a fish bowl. The reef aquarium brings the wonders of the ocean to the surface. Now where's that mermaid?